Hi everyone. I was going live over on my normal page and it just wasn't working for me. I was going live over on my Sexy Selfish group page and I don't know if it was just something going on with my computer, but it just wasn't working for me. So let's hang out here and then I will move all of this training over to the Sexy Selfish page and you guys can check it out there, and I'll upload it to the freebie hub as well. Hey everyone, today we're chatting about social media with mums and just different apps and stuff that I use. Even though I'm not some gigantic social media mogul, I don't have like 40,000 followers or anything ridiculous, I'm still able to grow 3 businesses purely from an online presence. Like, I don't run a newspaper ad, I don't do flyers, I don't have to pay for like billboards or TV ads or anything. And I really think social media is so powerful, especially for mums who want to start a business, who kind of know they want to do more, who are spending all this time on social media anyway, and they're kind of thinking there has to be a way that I can actually, do this and monopolize it and, make some income with it. So I wanted to do a Q&A and just answer any questions you have about social media, because I get inboxed about this all the time, with my tanning business, with my network marketing business, with my coaching business. It's just consistently questions about social media, about leveraging it, about what you do, how to manage all your platforms. So I want to answer your questions like completely open and honestly with exactly what I do. So I am an open book, ask away. What the hell is going on here? Does anyone else have a weird patch of hair that just never does what they want it to? I have this bit here, and it has never been a problem for me in my life until I shaved the back half of my head, and then now it just won't do anything I want to do. So if you are in business, running a business, wanting to grow a business, somehow want to leverage social media to reach more people, to create something epic, and you're thinking, wait, how the hell am I going to do this? There's so many amazing platforms that you can connect with, and different businesses and different people resonate better on different platforms. So for example, if you've got something really, really visual, if your business is really visual, something like Instagram, something like YouTube's great. If you're doing, blogs and you're doing everything, Facebook, Snapchat's even amazing. I'm getting back into Snapchat. I hated Snapchat for a while. I love social media and I grew up with it, which makes it a lot more easy for me than other people, but at the same point it drives me freaking nuts because I hate updates. It's like I have to relearn it all again just when I get comfortable with something. It's kind of like when your kids change their sleeping patterns. You just got them down for 2-hour naps in the afternoon and then all of a sudden they decide they're not having naps anymore, and you're like, what the hell just happened? That's what I feel like when Snapchat updates. I get so like, why you do this to me? It gets me so annoyed. All right. So let's get into some questions so I can answer it for you guys and hopefully answer all the questions you've been flooding my inboxes with lately. Sorry, my hair's so annoying. Okay. What are your favorite apps to use? So many. Do you mean in terms for business or just like general life, family, awesomeness apps? How many times per week should you post about your business on social media? This is interesting. Obviously, you have a business. It depends on the type of business. If you are doing a network marketing business, that has a slightly different strategy to if you're doing something that you have a business page for and is something that you can, run ads for and push and promote, and people know they are very obviously, they're liking your page because they're interested in your product or service. So it's kind of 2 different strategies. If you're posting for a social media network marketing opportunity or something that you're kind of, it's something that you need to share with people, but not in a super upfront way. I think, there's a process that my beautiful friend Kata shared with us, and you can get all of the information on network marketing social media. Her course is amazing for that, Badass School, so I can send you some information if you want about that. But basically it's just sharing with people how many, why you do what you do, what you actually do. So that's like your, trainings, or I'm meeting a client or whatever it is, what you actually do, why you do it, and how you do it, really. So sorry guys, I got a phone call. It was weird. I hope that wasn't a client of mine. I'm still really bad at saving people's numbers into my phone. I think because I have to update my phone so often and I lose everything, I'm just like, I'm not even bothering saving all my contacts. But yeah, sharing. So you want to share your why. So that can be your kids, you know, whatever you do, you share what you do, like what do you actually do? Like, this is my company and I'm really excited about it. Or you are sharing, you know, the how, the why, the bigger why, the community, like I'm going to this event, I'm hanging out with my team. Like, it's all very much subtle attraction marketing. I definitely steer clear now from the in your face, join my challenge, buy my product. I've done it, I've tried it, it works great short term. It never works long term. So yeah. And then for a normal business, like you're running a hairdressing salon, you have a plumbing business, whatever it is, your Facebook and your social media, really you should be running ads consistently. That should be something that you have a daily plan for, or at least a monthly strategy for, even going into quarterly, running different ads per quarter, because you can keep those ads on a continuous cycle and keep getting exposure with new people. In terms of posting on your Facebook page, that is something that, you know, and the algorithms have changed, don't get me wrong. So people are seeing less of what you're posting on your business page, but you will get people that find you through a friend, find you on Instagram, find your YouTube channel, and they're interested for more information. So they will go and find your Instagram, your Facebook. They will subscribe to your email list. And if they go on and see that your last post on your Facebook business page was in October last year, that's going to make them second guess, you know, how, if they want to work with you or how serious you are about what you do. But if they see that your last post was a day ago or 2 days ago, I think that has real power in it. So I post on my Sexy Selfish page almost every day because, you know, that's what I'm really passionate about. I have things that I want to share with people. My tanning business, I know from, you know, running it for 5 years that my clients are on Facebook Tuesdays between 2 and 6. I know that they are on Thursday mornings when they're going last minute crap, where can I book a tan? And I know they're on Saturdays and Sundays. So that's when I post. So I'm posting 3 or 4 times a week. If you have a business page, you can go and actually find out exactly when people are viewing your page, how long they're viewing it for. You can see where they're coming from. You can see all your analytics within your Facebook ad manager. So you guys, let me know if you want some more details on that as well. That's super helpful. All right, I'm scrolling back to check out some questions. All right, top 3 for both sides. All right, top 3 apps for personal. Oh, I feel like I need to get my phone out and check. Personal use, I use Pinterest a lot for recipes and just for life stuff. There's also a, what is it? What am I trying to think of? SoundCloud. I use SoundCloud and I listen to lots of podcasts, and Audible. I've had an Audible subscription for over a year now, and that gives me an audiobook. We live in the country, so we do a lot of driving, and there is always an audiobook on in the car. And that's basically how I was able to read like 30-something books last year. So that's probably the apps I use the most, actually, just like in general life. Obviously, Facebook, Instagram. But yeah, Audible, SoundCloud, and Pinterest as well, just for family life. For business, my top apps I'm using at the moment, obviously Facebook, Instagram, and then I'm using what app is it? VCSO. To edit my Instagram photos before they go up on Instagram. I use WordPress to create the quotes and stuff that you guys see. And you can also use Canva for that, which is a free app. Canva is what I use to design all my ebooks, all my slideshows, all my presentations, all the marketing material for my day retreats and everything. I use Canva, which is amazing. That's actually free as well. So between Canva and WordPress, that does a lot of it. VSCO, I edit my photos before I put up to Instagram, it's a next level step that's not necessarily necessary for everyone. I feel like if you've just got a normal business page, like a normal Instagram page where you're sharing a mix of life and business, it's not such an important thing. I know if you're creating an Instagram aesthetic and a layout for a business which could potentially be sold one day, like I'm doing with Sexy Selfish and Bronze Addiction, then I use that to put on like a next more in-depth filter into that. So WordPress, VSCO, Canva, Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat for business. YouTube I do all on my computer and uploading through SoundCloud all on my computer, editing all my clips. Hootsuite. Hootsuite is where I schedule my Instagram posts. I don't use this as much as I used to. I use it for my tanning business because I know that those are posts that have to be scheduled at a specific time, like on a Thursday morning. People are looking for a tan Thursday night, so it has to be scheduled at a certain time. Hootsuite is amazing for that. They have a free trial. You could also try Buffer. Buffer's a little bit more limited. I find Hootsuite great personally because it lets me schedule multiple businesses' Instagrams and Facebook pages in one place. But there are things like for Sexy Selfish, the Facebook page, I don't do as much scheduling because that's really an authentic place where I'm just sharing what's coming to me on the day. But my tanning business is definitely always scheduled. All right. Seriously, what is a hashtag for? All right, Jenny, I know this is a question you've been wanting to know. What is a hashtag for? A hashtag is for people finding you. So a hashtag is a way that, you add a hashtag to a photo, and so like with a photo without a hashtag is just people can't find it. They can't find you. A hashtag is a way that people can go and search a specific hashtag. They can go and search healthy mum and they can be flooded with every photo on the web that's been tagged with healthy mum. They can go and search toffee latte and they can see all the photos that people have tagged with toffee latte. So next time you're on Instagram, Jenny, go on and type in lipstick. Go on and type in Gawler. Go on and type in, London in summer, whatever you want, and you'll be flooded with pictures that people have tagged of that event, of something that has to do with that hashtag. So it's really powerful to get your content seen more, and you can use up to 30 hashtags. So what I do is I have a bunch saved in my phone so that I don't have to think about a new thing every single time. So obviously for my Sexy Selfish business, it's women's coaching, empowerment for mums, mum life, inspirational quotes. It's all that is already saved and I just copy and paste it straight in. For my tanning business, the tans I use are spray tanning, mobile tanning, Barossa Valley weddings, Barossa Valley. It's all stuff that people are looking for and they can find you with. So hashtags are super powerful. Instagram without hashtags I feel like is a little bit pointless because you're just posting for yourself, that's what you want to do. That's great. But if you're looking to grow a business, you need to be optimizing your hashtags. Oh, sweet nectar of the gods. So good. Okay. So that is what a hashtag is for. Let's have a look. How do you come up with some amazing photos for your marketing and motivational tools? I don't know. They're just kind of there. As a kid, I had so many ambitions. I was never that kid that was like, I want to be a hairdresser. I want to be a policeman. I was like, I want to be everything. Because I'm like, I want to be a magazine editor. I want to be a journalist. I wanted to be, an event planner. I wanted to travel the world. There was so much stuff that I wanted to be an artist. I wanted to, and this is in my spare time. Other kids would be playing Barbies and I would be trying to, learn French. I would be playing Barbies, but I'd be trying to learn French. I would be, mucking around with a digital camera, but I would be taking photos and then editing them and trying to put them into my own magazine. My sister and I and our friends, we would always film little TV shows and stuff, which is so embarrassing now to go back and watch. Oh my God. We did that a few weeks ago as a family. 13-year-old me is a douche. Like, oh my God, she's such an idiot. I can't even watch her. It's so embarrassing. So yeah, I don't know. I've always been a bit creative like that, I guess. I've loved the idea of putting stuff together. And obviously, like, if I'm interested in, last night I was making a promotion up for my winter spray tan packages. I went online and I got on Instagram and I went to the hashtag and I'm like, winter spray tans. And I was having a look at what everyone else was doing. And then I Googled images. I'm like, spray tans in winter, and was just seeing what everyone else was coming up with. And I also, really use Pinterest to get a sense of my own personal brand, because that's very confusing sometimes when you're trying to, you know, grow a brand with a business, but you're also trying to grow a personal brand. And basically what I did is just for a month straight, I went on Instagram, Pinterest for like 10 minutes every day. And I was just scrolling the explore feed, which is just everything. That's just every single thing that's on Pinterest. And I was just scrolling, and anything that caught my eye, anything that made me pause and have another look, I'm like, that's obviously resonating with me for some reason. I just saved it to a private board of mine called Shona. And then I was able to go back in a month and look at that board and realize it all had a very, very similar aesthetic, like very earthy and minimalist. And, you know, that's obviously my style, and that's made me a lot clearer on the type of content I'm creating, because you have to create stuff that you think is attractive. There is no point creating something that, you know, works great for someone else, but you're not actually attracted to. The best example of this is when we were running fit clubs. I had a certain aesthetic of what I would love a fit club to look like, you know, branding, logos, you know, I had this picture in my head that I was attracted to as a fit club. And one of the other girls we were running with, she had a very different idea, like down to the fact that she loved orange and she wanted orange in the logo and everything. And I'm like orange is my husband's favorite color and I can't fucking stand it. It's just one of those colors that makes me cringe. And so I was never going to be drawn to her fit club. She was never going to be drawn to mine, because you have to attract people who like what you like. So you need to make sure your feed is aesthetically pleasing to you. All right, let me have a look. So I don't know if that answers your question, Crystal. I'm just always creating and mucking around and just fiddling with stuff, and I'm just saving pictures that I like, and then I just, when I need to, I put it all together. What is Instagram about? Is it as good as Facebook? Should we use both? Yes, you should be using both. You should be using every social media platform you can possibly think of. You should be using YouTube, Snapchat, you know, SoundCloud. You should be doing everything possible, because people find you through different ways. I posted up these videos on YouTube purely to train my team on different aspects of, you know, a network marketing business. Suddenly I have life coaching clients that found me through a video on YouTube that I posted 2 years ago, started stalking me on Facebook, followed me on Instagram, listened to my podcast on SoundCloud, and then contacted me, started working with me as a client, and deposits $2,000 into my account every month. You need to be leveraging as many social media as you can. And here's the thing, it takes work. There is no easy way to build a good social media following and engagement. You have to put in the work. There's no app that you can suddenly just download. Oh, sorry, there is. There's apps where you can just buy 50,000 followers, but you're going to have 50,000 faceless people on your Instagram account that don't do anything. You want to be using every social media, and you want to be putting up different content on everything. So Instagram, Jenny, is incredibly visual. People are there to be inspired, to be entertained, to be motivated. The captions are not necessarily long, although I do follow a couple of people that do really long captions and really great storytelling on there. It's very much a visual thing. So if you're a visual person and you're into creating exciting visuals and that's what inspires you, Instagram is amazing. The hashtags makes it really easy to reach more people. I can literally go on and click on the mum life hashtag, and I can see mums from all around the world posting photos about their day. And I can go on and I can connect in a really authentic and sincere way. Whereas on Facebook, it's harder to find those people. It's harder to branch out. You've got to be like obsessively adding people or spamming in groups. But Facebook is important too. Facebook's like where we go to download and process the day. That's where we go for news. It's where we go for events. That's where we read and process longer pieces of content, and that's where everything linked to. So Facebook is like your home. Facebook's home, and everything else is just like all the extras that go with it, but everything links back to Facebook. I would be hard pressed to find a successful business these days that is not leveraging Facebook. Having said that though, only 6% of businesses out there in Australia are actually leveraging Facebook. So Facebook advertising, Facebook promoting is so freaking cheap right now, guys. You need to get on and learn this and master it now, because in 5-10 years time, it's going to be like the TV, where it's going to be $10,000 for 30-second advert. All right, let me have a look. So yes, Jenny, should definitely work both. What is a Facebook ad manager and how does it work? So Facebook ad manager you can get if you have a business page. So it's not something you can do if you have a personal page. It is a tricky concept with network marketing. So if you are talking about network marketing wise, it's very difficult to get Facebook ads done right. So that's probably another separate training that I can do for you guys, but you can do it. It takes, personally, I don't do it because it's never felt very authentic for me. You kind of have to trick Facebook to run it, and to me that doesn't feel right. But Facebook ads with a normal business is super easy. You can run a Facebook ad, like for my tanning business, I run a Facebook ad that specifically targets people within a 25-mile radius of my salon. And that can run, and that's how I book appointments. People book their appointments online. And then you can run Facebook ads for specific people. So if I was running Facebook ads and I had an online jewelry business that shipped worldwide, and I know that the girls purchasing my jewelry were between 20, 25 and 35, I could target specific ads worldwide for women between 25 and 35 who are interested in jewelry, who follow jewelry pins on Pinterest. There's so much incredible stuff that you can do with Facebook advertising. It is so incredibly targeted, and it's definitely something worth investing the time and effort into understanding. All right, cool. I'm scrolling down to have a look. Jenny, can a hashtag used on Facebook and Instagram? Yes. I would not ever post hashtags on Facebook unless it was kind of like being a bit of a dick about it. So you'll see me post hashtag getting shit done, hashtag blessed, and it's because I'm being an idiot about it. Facebook, if you post any more than 2 hashtags in a post, I reckon people would instantly get annoyed with you. Like, I'm being really honest with you guys here, because it is, it's just annoying to be. You're not on Facebook to see hashtags, you're on Facebook. If you're reading something on Facebook, you want it to be of value. You don't want it to just be clogged up with hashtags. And the minute you do that as well, people know that you're just posting directly from Instagram to Facebook, because you can do that. You can link your Instagram and Facebook. So if you post something on Instagram, it posts straight away on Facebook. It may feel like it's saving time, but if you use hashtags in the Instagram post, it's very obvious. People can tell that's just been recycled straight from Instagram, and people want authentic content on Facebook. Instagram's kind of where you post like the teaser. Facebook's where you give people a blog post. It's where you can just share more, because there's no cap on how much you can write, whereas on Instagram there's definitely a cap. All right, good. Crystal says that helps. That's good. Okay. All right. Do you have any more questions about... So, Jenny, does that help with what hashtags are and what they do? Hashtags are really powerful to use, but they can also be abused as well. Like a few years ago, there was... people who were posting body positive images, and they were using, I think it was like BOPO Express, Body Positive Express or something like that. And someone went and took that hashtag and started posting up photos of like pigs and stuff. So you do have to be mindful when you use your hashtags that it's relevant to what you're posting. So that does help. That's awesome. Crystal did answering about the apps help as well, about what apps we're using. And don't get me wrong, it does, it's just a mess today. It does take work. Posting on social media takes work. Do you have a social media plan for your posting, like Wordless Wednesday? I don't, just because I've done that for most of my life within the network marketing business, and I found it fucking exhausting and also really limiting. I found like I wasn't allowed to be as creative. If there was something I wanted to say on a certain day, I was like, I have to wait and say that on Thursday instead. And then by then it wasn't actually really authentic. Let me just scroll up and check. So I do schedule something, like I lay out my month. I'm like, all right, I look at my month and I'm like, okay, I've got this product launching on this day. I've got this collaboration happening with this accountant on that day. There's certain posts that I need to do in the lead up to that to like obviously let people know that's happening. I'm celebrating, this event's been here, so there's a post I want to do a couple of days after that to thank everyone from coming. And I schedule all of that stuff in, like all of the actual nitty gritty. I have to announce this, I have to promote that, I have to thank this person. All that gets scheduled in advance. So I sit down at the start of the month, and it pretty much takes me a whole day to schedule for all 3 businesses, but then I don't have to think about it again. And then the rest of it is just as natural. as I feel called to share something with you guys, I will post it. Even though that can come back to bite me in the ass. You know, it took me an hour this morning to post the story of how I hired my first coach in the Sexy Selfish group, because I typed it all out. I went to add the photo and I deleted half of it. And I was so freaking pissed. But I'm like, no, I could just shut the computer and go have another coffee, or I could actually sit there and retype it, because it was a really important message that I wanted to share with you guys. So what I'll do is, well, if I have posted once or twice for the day already, and I'm like, you know, this is really something I want to share, but I know it's going to piss people off if I post 4 or 5 times a day, I will write it in the notes in my phone, and then I will post it tomorrow when I feel called to. All right, let's have a look. Although I do, on the Sexy Selfish page, we're about to start doing promotion Fridays where people can promo their business under just one photo, and they can put whatever they want in there. I think in a group situation, you do have to have a little bit more structure. Otherwise, people just go freaking crazy in there and everything gets lost. But on your personal page, I wouldn't worry so much. It's just about being consistent and engaging with people. You have to actually, there's no point putting up a photo and all these people comment on it, all these people like it, and you're just like, too good for that, and you don't ever reply to them. Or there's all these people on your social media feed that you never, you know, you like their stuff and you see their photos and you're like, oh, that's so cute, and you don't say or like anything. Like, the whole point of social media is engagement and connecting with people, so you have to be actually engaging and connecting with people, even more so if you're in business, because then people aren't going to see any of your stuff if you're not engaging with them. Literally, the algorithms filters people out that aren't engaging. If you're just posting and you're not engaging, you're not going to get anywhere. All right, checking in comments. I've noticed the posts I get the most engagement on with Instagram are a max of 2 or 3 sentences, short and super concise. Yeah, I think people are definitely more visual there. Yeah, the apps definitely helped as well. Awesome. Okay, Tanya, Facebook businesses manager versus ad manager. I set it up for my family business on advice from a company. I set it up with the wrong email. Do you know how well these work? I honestly find it frustrating. I don't know what you're talking about. Just on Facebook business, you can go in and manage all your Facebook businesses, and then you just, like, ad manager, you just manage the ads through there. Does that help? I don't know. Do you know how well these work? Honestly, I find it frustrating. And I found Facebook advertising really frustrating. I had to do a couple of courses, ask a lot of questions, spend a lot of time on YouTube. And I'm still figuring out my targeting to get it really, really specific, because you run one ad and it runs great, and then you might change the age just a little bit and then it runs differently, or you might change the photo, or you might change the wording. So it's about getting it exactly right, and the only way to do that is just keep testing and testing and testing until it works out. All right. I know you keep more authentic, but I find it limiting and restrictive and repetitive. I'm not sure what you mean with that one, Crystal. I know you keep more authentic, but I find it limiting and restrictive and repetitive. Oh, do you mean with, like, the posting certain thing on Monday, certain thing on Tuesday, certain thing Wednesday, like that? Yeah. I find that a bit restrictive as well. I think it has its time and its place in Facebook groups. It can be really helpful, but it depends what you're trying to achieve. If you're trying to have something as a resource, I think it is really helpful to have certain things posted on certain days. If you're trying to focus on engagement and community, I don't feel that it's the right objective. It all depends on what you want to achieve with your business, what you want to achieve with your group page, and what you want to achieve with your personal page, really. Yeah. Okay, let's have a look. God, my internet. I'm missing some epic shit. Gonna have to rewatch there's heaps to get the missing bits. Yes, I will save this and I will upload it onto the Freebie Hub so everyone can check it out. Let's have a look. Business Manager is a different page. The Ad Manager works through it as well. We used to set up a catalog and shopping on Facebook. Yes, yeah, I know the catalog and shopping works really well, because then you can actually target your Facebook ads with the, what am I trying to say? You can use the conversion objective, and that way you can actually, with the Facebook pixel now, everything will link over. If what I'm saying is not making sense, book a one-on-one spot with me and we can talk about Facebook pixels and stuff. That was all about social media plans. All right. Is it a case of the more comments you get, the more it is seen? Yes. Yeah. So the more engagement you get on the post, the more comments, likes, interaction, that's when things start to grow. For example, I've had posts that have had literally no intention behind them other than, I've had a shitty day and I'm going to share this, or, you know, whatever. And it's just taken 2 or 3 people commenting on it for it to pick up traction. And then the next thing I know, 1,500 people have seen it. And there's like 80 something comments on it. I'm like, what the hell just happened? Whereas other posts, if they don't get that engagement, if they don't get the couple of comments and likes rolling on Facebook, Instagram's a little bit different. You know, it's hard for them to build that up. Cool. So Sharon's laughing. Cool. What am I looking at? What were we talking about? Comments. Yeah. On Instagram, they're actually showing now with the new algorithms that it's taking longer for people to, like, you can still get your comments and likes and stuff increasing. It used to be very much if it didn't pick up in 2 hours and you weren't getting likes and comments in 2 hours, that it will, you know, it wasn't going to get there. It wasn't going to build people up. But now they're showing even up to 24 to 48 hours after, things are still really growing. The momentum's definitely there, and that's probably something to do with the timeline algorithm that's changed for them. So yeah, but there's lots of different things. I think you have to be smart. You have to know what your intention is behind your social media, but I don't think you need to have a day by day, post by post, you know, obsessive plan like that where you feel quite restricted, because at the end of the day, it's just a platform to connect people. So, cool. We got any more questions? Let me just check how long we've been going for. Oh, a while. We're going for half an hour. I don't want to bore you guys too much more. Are you guys getting value out of this? Are you learning something? Are you having your questions answered? So yeah, engagement's really important. I have a beautiful friend of mine, Laura, who has done a lot of research and work into social media as well. And we will go and, you know, love on each other's stuff, and that definitely makes a big difference to our engagement. Is there any comments that lift a post or likes? Comments do more, obviously, than a like, because once someone likes something, they don't get notified again if someone else likes it. But if I comment on something and then someone else comments on something, like, I see that, it pops up in my feed. So comments, yes, are more important. And it's really about building a authentic, engaged business. Like, the amount of followers that you have, I think, is totally irrelevant, because those followers don't necessarily convert to conversions, to convert to paying clients, convert to new business partners. You know, it's the actual engagement and the, like, adding good value on your social media that makes a big difference. Sorry, my fitness pal is sending me a reminder. These reminders don't seem helpful, so we won't bother you anymore. Thank you. Thank you, my fitness pal. Don't bother me anymore. Aren't apps funny like that? Yeah, so I hope that helps. Comments obviously do more, I'm sure. But I'm not sure about the Instagram side of that, whether the likes or comments, because, you know, I'm still tracking along with that. My Sexy Selfish page is very new. Even though it's doing really well and the engagement's quite high and I'm converting clients, which is awesome, it's still very new. So I will let you know more about that. Coffee's gone cold. Okay, what were we talking about? What was I going to say? Oh yeah, the other thing, all your social media is rent. Really. It's like renting a house. At the end of the day, if something happened to your Instagram, if something happened to your Facebook, something happened to all yours and you just got suddenly deleted and wiped off of everything, how would your customers find you? How would the people that have been following you find you? It's all well and good to have like 70,000 followers on Instagram, and then say Instagram deletes your account, you get hacked, something happens. Suddenly all those followers are gone. How are they going to find you? How are they going to find your product? That is why having an email list is super important, because that's something that you can take with you. That's something that, you know, is like your backup. That's your way. If Instagram folded tomorrow and you never had another follower, you would still have a way to communicate with people who are interested in what you have to offer. So I think having the intention behind your Facebook, behind your Instagram, your YouTube, whatever it is, that you are also collecting people's emails, so that, not so that you can spam them, not so you can sell them crap every second day. Like, that's not what it's about. It's about just maintaining contact with them, so that when they're ready to work with you, they're ready to get your product, your service, whatever it is, they know where to find you. So I would definitely, if you have not set up a system for collecting emails, I would seriously look into that as well, because that's what's really important. Because yeah, like social media could be gone tomorrow and you just never know. So yeah, collecting an email list, you can set that up really easy through MailChimp, through ActiveCampaign. There's a bunch of different ones that you can try. Hi Erin. Yeah, there's so much different stuff that you can actually have a look at, but I would seriously think about, what's the intention behind my social media? What do I want to achieve? And there's no right or wrong answer, just what's the intention behind it? And then how am I actually, going to connect with these people on the next level? Like, are they going to be my Instagram followers, but I'm also going to make sure they're my Facebook followers? Do they find me through YouTube, and I'm going to make sure I get them on my email list? Like, what are you thinking about? But yeah, is there any more questions, or I'm going to jump off and go play with my daughter for a bit, because daddy's home today and I think they're having a picnic in the lounge room, which is super cute. I don't know what they're doing. Aaron, if you're watching this, don't. I hate when you watch my lives. He wouldn't be. He doesn't give two shits about social media. Or he does. He's one of those grumpy men that doesn't like using Facebook, but just spends all his time on it, on like car sale pages. Like, what are you doing on your phone? And he's just literally looking at car stuff all the time. That's just him. Cool. So I hope I have answered your questions today about all the social media inboxes I've had. Multiple inboxes, and I know some of you I've just ignored. I'm sorry. It's hard when I get the same question over and over and over again. I'm just like, I'm just going to do a live about it. I'm just going to do a training. And today I finally scheduled some time to do it. So this will be saved and reposted on the freebie hub for anyone to check out anytime. So feel free to send this to your team or any other mums in business. I feel social media is the best way to leverage time as a mum and a business owner, because you can have your phone and the kids are asleep in the car and you're about to do the school pickup, or you're stuck in between appointments for the kids, or you've got you're just squeezing it in the gaps of your day, and that's when you can squeeze in that engagement time. You can squeeze in posting, and it's just really helpful. I mean, personally for me, I'm at a lot of appointments with my son where I need to be there, but I don't need to be involved in the appointment. That's when I squeeze in my business. Holly's more than happy to watch the iPad during those appointments. I get my business cranky, and everyone's happy. So I hope that helps today. And if you would like some more information, obviously jump on over to Sexy Selfish and check out the freebie hub. We've got the 7-day Mum Boss Challenge, or the Mum Boss Masterclass as well. I don't know why I keep saying a challenge. I think it's just 3 years of having that challenge mindset embedded into me from Herbalife. But the 7-day Mum Boss Masterclass, where we go a lot more into like time management, scheduling, relationships, up-leveling business, working through lots of those money mindset blocks as well. So that's been super helpful for the girls who are a part of that. Anyone can jump on and start there anytime. So I'll pop the link when I fix this up. And then, yeah, obviously we've got Human as Fuck School, and you can book in for clarity calls as well. So if that's all we're going to chat about today, awesome. Sarah's still processing getting there. There was a lot of information for a live because there was lots of different questions. So that's awesome. Anyway, guys, I might jump off. I hope you have an amazing day. Keep posting in the comments if you have any more questions, and I will go live again in a couple of weeks. I might even bring on my friend Kata, who's also a social media expert. We might answer some questions together. So hope you guys have a fab day, and I will see you soon. Bye.